right now, okay? And this happens when you do group work. Justin, stop and look. Okay? I obviously don't want you silent. Quiet, I think, would be a lot to ask for a class like this. And I don't think you should be quiet when you're doing a group project. But I do need you with a kind of business tone, all right? So you shouldn't be screaming. It shouldn't be the lunchroom in here, okay? It should just be normal project voices so you guys can work together and be productive. Now, let's look over here. Yesterday, you got broken down into groups, Lily, and Dylan. Make sure you're paying attention since you guys were here. Every group, okay, has about 5 people in it. It shouldn't be any more than that. Each one of you are responsible for looking at least one of these. Now, if, like I said yesterday, this group right here wants to work together on every single one of these, then you can do that. But if you also want to just draw straws, like in Lily's case, and everybody kind of goes at it on their own pace, then you pick whichever one you want to pick. So if you're a noble, okay? And remember, you're doing 2 things. You are gathering information so that way you know what these people went through during this time period, and then you're also producing something for me. You're creating something. So whether that's a Minecraft and you're using it for a castle, or you're going to build a catapult from scratch. Connor Schaefer's making a longbow, like a straight up longbow. That's where you're just going to talk to me. We'll work together. If you want to do a coat of arms, which kind of look like these, but a little bit more in depth. Hey, ladies. That's fine. Okay, so there's a lot of options. And I've put 3 new websites on your classroom that will help you get going. And then, actually, Mr. Bible is responsible for one of them. So everybody look up here real quick. So these 3 websites, the first one is the one I showed you yesterday that takes you and shows you a breakdown. Okay, so Lily, you'll want to go here and look at this. Dylan, same thing. This will give you an overview of each one of these people. So if you're sitting here and you have no idea what this word means, like somebody in my first hour, they called it clergy. Okay, this is clergy. It stands for the religious people during the time period. Religious, your priests, your nuns, your monks, just kind of what you're there. I know. Okay, if you want to look at hands-on projects, so Mickey, I know you like building stuff and playing with glue.
Store on the castle.
I
can build that.
You like that?
Really for you, Brittany, in your group, you want to go here and look at this. This will give you a breakdown on how to make a castle from scratch with your hands. It also shows you how to make a castle with like cereal boxes, toilet paper rolls. But if you're building a castle, listen, remember, you need to have a blueprint. You can't just make Hogwarts. Okay, that's not the right time period. It's got to be from the time period. And then this one right here, if you still don't know what you're looking at, this will give you a breakdown and kind of a summary on each one of these people, so that way you know what you're looking into. All right, Luke, you guys will love it. Look over here real quick for me. So again, just some ideas that we've already thrown out there yesterday, but I wanted to keep reminding you. On the religious part, remember, you can do anything as creative as you can come up with. You just got to ask me real quick to make sure. There's somebody in one of my classes, they're going to be making a song from the medieval time period, and they're going to make it current, and they're going to make it good. So they're going to take an old song, a really old song, a couple thousand years old, and change it to make it sound modern. I'm fine with that. That's a good project, okay? But I have some people who are interested in this, acting like a monk or a nun for an extended period of time, not just like a half hour. But I mean, you have to actually do it over a couple of days. Doesn't mean it has to be 24/7. Could be like every day from 3rd hour to 5th hour. I'm going to act like a nun, or I'm going to act like a monk. That's great. That's fine. Just make sure you're documenting it. Talk to me about it so that way we can do it the right way. Okay? The ordeal was used for torture. It was used to try to figure out if somebody was a witch. So if we think that Pete is a witch, the ordeal would have several things they would put you through. You saw it in the video, like burning your hand, you had to grab the stone. If it wasn't burned, then you're a witch. They would also tie like rocks to you, throw you in a lake. If you floated, you were a witch and they'd kill you. If you sunk, you were innocent, but you still died. Hey, but you died innocent. So that's something to look at. You can look at Joan of Arc, who is a girl that's your age, who ends up leading the whole army of France for a while, and then says that she hears from God. They have these amazing victories on the battlefield, and then all of a sudden they get spooked by it, they think she's a witch, and they kill her. So, and then later on she's made the same. So there's a lot of good stuff to look here, and there's a lot of good things to get into. So that's by today, and by the end of today, you really should have a footing on what you're starting to create, definitely what you are focusing on as far as subject level goes. The play, if you like art, the art that is produced during the time of the play is really like Tim Burton. So if you like dark art, a lot of skeletons, things like that, and macabre, that's a good time period to look at. It's good stuff. So you can remake something like that. And like I talked about passes enough. So. Yeah, those guys are amazing. They had, you've probably seen them before, they had these big, huge, wicked noses on them. Yeah, they would put, there was a specific reason for it, but they ended up looking terrifying. And so when a doctor would come through and everybody's dying, the whole mental image of like the Grim Reaper and those types of things started to come into play. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Costumes, making things. First hour, Shelby Thompson, she's turning it into like a Betty Crocker seminar. She's making food for a different day, every single day next week. That's all time period correct. So, you don't have to do that unless you have to make it every day, but that's just what she's going to do.
So maybe
Okay?
one day?
Yeah, so if you, I'm not asking that she do it every day, that's what she wants to do. Remember, this is a competition. You're competing not only in this class, but also in all the classes. We'll have one team that wins for everything, okay? And they'll get something. All right, ready? Break. We're not.
So what are you guys building? Huh? A what? Sugar Cube Castle. How fun. So who's in your group?
Is that on video? Is that video?
You're on video, yes. So who's in your group here? All this? Everybody here?
They're working on another part of it.
Are you going to have the people in it too? Like nobles, knights, clergy? You're going to put knights on them?
Governments for horses.
Cool. Looks neat.
We get Pete now. How's it going, man?
What's going? What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
We're doing that.
Doing that? Which one are you doing? What are you doing though exactly?
He's doing. Yeah, it's not too related.
Are you going to build it or are you?
Yeah, I'm doing night and I'm doing stuff at home.
What's he doing?
Peasants.
Peasants.
Just making like a video.
I know about a video yet.
Yeah, I know you guys just got started yesterday, didn't you? So, cool. What are you doing there? Clergy?
Church thing.
That's so good.
It off.
What's Pistol Pete doing? What'd you get to do?
Well, I just switched from one group to this group.
Oh, okay. So you don't know, so you're new. Okay. Is that your future car there? Are you two by yourself? Oh, okay. So what are you guys doing working on? You know what you're going to do?
I have ideas, but I don't know for sure yet.
Okay. Just same. Just starting. Okay.
are you doing? No, I don't know which one you do. Nights.
They want me to do nights, but I ain't building their
So you're doing religion, but you need to make sure you include.
I'm making
Well, yeah, look that up. Type in cathedrals. They make some really awesome cathedrals. And you'll be able to do some really cool stuff. And then, what are you doing for the breakdown? Nobles. So, religion, nobles, Stephen, what were you looking at? I can think of.
They want me to do nights.
I'm doing it. I mean, but you just said you didn't want to do nights.
Yeah.
What were you wanting to do? You wanted to use Minecraft or you wanted to use something else?
I wanted to use Minecraft, but
So you building a castle there?
Huh?
Are you building a castle?
It's not necessarily going to be a castle. It's more of a high. It's going to be part of it, but more like a higher class.
Okay.
Town hall.
All right.
So we want to make a mini wall or something in that area, like a giant metal one. Is gonna be something.
Whoa! I need a metal one.
Because it has to be like that's physics. But how would we like add like the cleric and the noble? And
What's his
that's
name?
how would we add all the weird
Yeah, I mean, each one of you needs to be responsible for one of those people up there. So, if you want to make a weapon, then that falls under the person who's probably doing knights.
Oh, that's me.
And then, you might look up and see like tools the modern peasants used, maybe, or maybe I bet you merchants probably with, since they were always training. Yeah, to protect themselves. So I think you still have some options for maybe some other weapons or tools.
So we would just
You
like
could also look at like with the nobles. They participate in those jousting games. So you can look at something in that kind of some of the torture techniques that they would use, those are all specific. There's a lot of stuff. You make like a cocktail. What the monks use to whip themselves.
Oh, it's $15 though.
now we can't buy it. We have to make it.
No.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it has to be something like that.
What do you use for? What's mixing the icing for? Yeah. Oh, mixing it for. So you're putting the icing, putting it down here. All right. Okay. Yeah. It's part of my job.
I really want you guys to do this. Okay, so look at what you guys do. And once you go to faster, every capture inside of it. They would have culture change. Yeah, you can't really do the bottom. Usually, you guys bottom floor. Basement.
Good going.
God's name you do.
Oh,
What?
that's hilarious.
But it's for this class.
Maybe.
I don't want to say.
It's for what?
So what do you think? Do you want to make hands or you want to act some people like Minecraft. One guys are making art. People are making well, you just want to use your hand. Make like a model. Or if you don't have those, you could make a website that shows different and honestly, make it I can look at illustrated manuscripts. I mean, during the time period, so many people were illiterate, couldn't read. Then months people would copy down, all this crazy and then they would have pictures. Because the kings were illiterate, they couldn't read, so they would have to really show literature.